Just check the board liaison, make sure we're ready. It's 5:01.
Okay. All right, well, it is 5:01 p.m., so I'd like to call this meeting of the City of Delray Beach Board of Adjustment for June 6, 2024 to order. Mr. Martinek, will you please call the roll?
John Delicio.
Here.
Brenda Cullinan.
Here.
Aurora Ramirez is absent. Jesse Slesher.
Here.
Tiana Morales.
Here.
Richard Kaser.
Here.
Alex Hayes is absent. Motion to approve the agenda.
Did you get called?
Why, you want me to make one?
No, did you get called?
Yes, I
Okay,
did.
good.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
of course.
okay, good.
Second one.
Okay. All right. Are there any changes to the agenda?
No changes.
No changes? Okay. All right. Well, then I'd like to ask for a motion to approve.
I make a motion to approve.
Second.
John Delicio.
Yes.
Brenda Cullinan.
Yes.
Aurora Ramirez is absent. Jesse Slesher.
Yes.
Tina Morales.
Yes.
Richard Kaser.
Yes.
Alex Hayes is absent.
Okay. Like to make a motion to approve the minutes of the last meeting.
I'll motion to approve.
And I'll second it.
And Chair, just to clarify, it wasn't the last meeting. There's two sets of minutes,
Okay.
September 7th and October 5th. If there's no changes to either, you can approve them both in one motion.
Okay.
Good. Okay.
John Delicio.
Yes.
Brenda Cullinan.
Yes.
Aurora Ramirez is absent. Jesse Slesher.
Yes.
Tiana Morales.
Yes.
Richard Kaser.
Yes.
Alex Hayes is absent.
Okay. Well, now we will get on with the reading of the quasi-judicial hearing rules. This hearing shall be conducted in accordance with the City of Delray Beach's quasi-judicial rules. The applicant and the city shall be permitted to present their case. The public shall be allowed to speak for 3 minutes each, or a maximum of 6 minutes if the person represents an organization or group of people who are present but agree not to speak. The board members, staff, and the applicant may be allowed to cross-examine a witness. The city or the applicant will be allowed to offer rebuttal testimony. The decision to approve or deny an application or appeal may not legally be made upon personal views as to whether a project is a good project or not, nor may a decision be based on the numbers of citizens who support or oppose a particular project. The law requires that all decisions must be made on the basis of whether the project meets the requirements of law, the comprehensive plan, and the land development regulations. All right. So does anyone have any presentations? There are no presentations on the agenda. Are there any presentations to make?
Only related to the request.
Okay. All right. So we will move on to the next topic, and that is the public hearing.
Chair, we need to swear in the public
Okay.
first. Yep.
Okay.
Everybody please stand. By the authority vested in me as a notary in the state of Florida, do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you.
Okay. And are there any comments from the public for items that are not on the agenda? Okay. So moving on to that, we will move on to the public hearing. And this is for item number 2024-131. So everyone has been sworn in. Staff, please enter the file into the record.
Yes, here for 7A, we're entering into the record file number 2024-131. My name is Rebecca Dossery. I'm with Development Services, and we have the applicant's agent here to provide a presentation on the request.
Okay. Have there been any ex parte communications?
No.
Yeah. I had a conversation with the applicant a couple months ago, and then a conversation with the city attorney.
Okay. And I had a conversation with the applicant and the applicant's agent 2 weeks ago. And can you remain fair and impartial?
Yes.
Okay. And as can I. Okay. Well, we can now move on to the applicant's presentation.
Good evening, Chairman, members of the board. My name is Matthew Scott. I'm a zoning attorney at Greenspoon Martyr with an address of 200 East Barrett Boulevard in Fort Lauderdale. I'm here on behalf of the applicants, Thomas and Laura Spino. Before getting started, I was just handed a moment ago a bunch of documents and images from, I believe, what is a neighbor that has some concerns. This is all sort of new to me. I haven't had a chance to review this yet. So before wasting everyone's time, I would ask if we'd be able to defer to next month so I can meet with them to try to figure out their concerns and see if we can modify our plans to address it. We've been at this for a while now. It's really important to my client. And so this being just handed to me moments ago kind of puts me in a bad position, especially if we could try to meet with them and figure something out. So before starting my presentation, I would ask that you allow us to do that. We understand that there's sensitivity with the neighbors, but this was not my understanding sent to the city or provided to me till 90 seconds ago, maybe.
So it's up to the board's discretion on whether you would allow a postponement. Mr. Scott is raising an issue regarding evidence that is anticipated to be entered by or through public comment, but it would be up to the board's discretion at this time whether to proceed with the application or to defer this until a future date.
Yeah.
Seems reasonable.
So should we make a motion should we make a motion to defer to next month's meeting?
So the board has two options if it wants to entertain the request. The first would be a motion to postpone to a date certain, which alleviates the potential need to renotice. So there's provisions to send mailers, and I'm not sure, I can't remember, Rebecca, but there may be postings on the property as well. But if they do it to a date certain, then some of those notice provisions may not need to be addressed again. If the board just wants to do a motion to postpone and the applicant will come back when they're ready, whether that's the next meeting or any other future meeting, then it would need to be renoticed. So those are the two options the board would have under that scenario. That you can obviously ask the applicant if they have a preference, but it would be up to the board to decide if it wants to entertain the request, which motion they would want to make.
Okay. Well, hearing that, which
Our preference would be the next meeting, the date certain, with an expectation we're going to meet immediately. This is upsetting to have to defer, right? So we want to jump on as soon as possible. So we would prefer that if the board would indulge us.
okay. Staff, is the next meeting the 11th of July?
The next meeting date would be July 18th.
Okay.
Okay. July 18th?
Unless, let me double check here.
Because
The first Thursday is July 4th, so
Yeah.
obviously it won't be that day, but
We've had a lot of the normal meeting dates shift around with the commission budget hearings, so let me quickly just confirm that that is indeed correct. So there's some internal conflicts in the meeting dates here on the website, so they're showing the CRA meeting at the same time. So I'm not sure what to tell you.
I had asked, unrelated to this, I had emailed, I think someone at staff the same question, and they said the 18th.
Okay, so if
But
you heard the 18th, then
I heard the 18th, but I wouldn't let that be my word be the final answer, but that's what I had asked separately.
I don't see no problem with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I see the same conflict Ms. Desari is referencing on the website. The board can defer it to the July 18th meeting, and if for some reason that meeting is moved because of the conflict with the Community Redevelopment Agency meeting, then we would just need to get with the applicant. The applicant would need to, I assume the applicant would agree to have it renoticed if the 18th has to be moved.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
is there a motion to defer agenda item 2024-131 to the July 18th Board of Adjustment meeting?
Yeah, I'll make a motion for that, yeah. Absolutely, yeah.
I'll second it.
John DeLisio,
Yes.
Brenda Cullinan,
Yes.
Aurora Ramirez is absent, Jesse Slesher,
Yes.
Tiana Morales,
Yes.
Richard Kaser,
Yes.
Alex Hayes is absent.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, since that item is moved on, we'll go on to reports and comments. Is there any comments from or reports from city staff?
Nothing from staff.
Okay. Anything from the board attorney?
No, just a thank you. I know you guys are volunteers, and when it's one item, it gets postponed. I'm sure you rearrange some stuff, but just appreciate your service and thank you for being here.
Okay. And any comments from any board members?
Since we're all here, should we discuss it at all, or we can't discuss it
So-
until the next meeting?
Right, correct. So the item's been closed through the motion to postpone, so the board should, I would advise the board not to discuss the application, especially since technically no evidence has been entered into the record. So yes, if you have other things to discuss, that would be appropriate time now, but we should not discuss that application.
I
That's
just
all
want
I
to ask
thought.
one question. So in other words, when August comes, if there's anything on the agenda, we'll have a meeting in August too. Because like we said, July 18th we'll have, yeah. So, okay.
And the next meeting date for August is August 1st.
August 1st?
Correct.
1st?
I think.
The first Thursday.
It's the first Thursday.
Yes, the 1st.
And what date is that?
Yes, August 1st is the
Is the
first
first
Thursday.
Thursday.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I don't have a calendar in front of me. Okay, good. All right, that's good.
Okay. Well, if there's no other comments from staff, attorney, or board members, we can move to adjourn this meeting.
I guess one last comment. I think, about this whole, if there's only 5 of us, do people try to give notice if they can't make it? Or what's the...
So I would just remind the board members to check their city email. Typically, the liaison sends an email when the agenda's been posted, and then also ask for confirmation whether you'll be in attendance or not. So that helps us. If for some reason we know beforehand that there'll be less than 5 members, because that's required for a quorum, then we would preemptively let the board know there will not be a meeting due to quorum.
Okay. That's it.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing else, then we can move to adjourn this meeting. So, meeting adjourned.